Hey, it's Johara. Welcome back to my channel. So, I'm going to do a top 10s list because I love them. Those are my favorite videos to do on this channel. And they're so much fun. And I call them countdowns because there's not always top 10s. Yeah, they mostly are, but sometimes there's top 20 or top 5 if I can't come up with 10 but still want to do it. So, yeah. But top 10s for the most part, but I love these countdown videos. They're just so much fun to make and to prepare. So yeah, I'm gonna do top 10 Jackie and Hyde moments from That 70s Show because I love the two of them. They're my favorite couple. Definitely. They're just so, I just love them. I love them so much. And I'm finally going to do this video because I prepared it a while ago, I think. So, let's jump right into it, shall we? Number 10 is Prom. So, this is before they actually started dating, but my mom and I have talked about this so many times before. But there are signs from pretty early on that Hyde didn't hate Jackie. Yeah, he didn't love her yet, and he never thought of her as a girlfriend, but there are just little signs that shows that he did care about her. No matter what he would say about hating her, about this and that, there are signs that he cared about her. Like when he took her to prom, yeah, she did that whole fake cry thing, but if he really hated her, he could have said no. Like he could literally just walked out of that basement. I don't know. I think that was before, I think that might have been before he moved in. Or it might have been after, but even if it was after, he could have just still left and then come back later. Like, seriously. He could have just walked out if he had to. But he agreed, and not only did he agree, but this is what kicks me. If he said it just out of pity or just because he wanted her to stop being annoying, that's one thing. But he dressed up so nicely for her, and then he even got her I almost said croissant, did I? Croissant? What? You know what I'm talking about. What? That flower thing. Apparently I can't speak. I can't say that word. So that word is now banned from my channel. Okay, but he got her one. And, like, it's one thing to say yes to get her to stop. It's even one thing to dress someone nicely to, you know, do his best or to look nice for the dance or whatever, but that's the clincher right there. He got her that thing, because I'm not saying that word again, but he got her that, and I'm like, seriously, you're gonna tell me that you don't somewhat care for her when you got her that? Like, you seriously stepped the extra mile. You claim you never wanted to take her in the first place, but yeah, you did the extra mile and got her that. That's so sweet. And they danced together at the prom, and they actually had somewhat of a nice time, you know, and it was just so sweet. And I think that was their first real moment together as well. Their first, like, nice moment. Number 9 is first date and first kiss. In season 4, it was near the end of season 3, beginning of season 4, when Jackie did have a crush on Hyde before she went back to hating him, so she said, until the two of them actually started dating in between at the beginning of season 5. And then, like, here's another thing that shows that he cares about Jackie. On the episode of their first date, she was trying to make him jealous by bringing this hot guy, right? And then he acted like he didn't care, but then when he called her that word, the bad word, the word that starts with a B, he was like, no, and then he punches him. He literally punches him. Tell me that he doesn't care for Jackie. If he didn't care about her, if he hated her as much as he claimed, then why the heck did he get so offended when that guy called her that word? Why did he have the need to defend Jackie if he hates her so much? Like, seriously, there's no explanation. There's no way he hated her. I don't believe he loved her yet, obviously. He didn't fall in love with her until after they actually started dating, but I do believe he cared for her. He just didn't want to admit it. And, like, seriously, there's no reasoning for why he would do that if he hated her. But so, and then Kitty made a comment about him that her being his girlfriend. He's like, if I like her, shoot me. And then she's like, pow. And his face after she did that was priceless. But then he walks outside. She's like, Jackie, come on, we're going on a date. And everyone's reaction, Jackie got all excited. Kelso and Fez were all surprised, like, what the heck? But then their date, it was kind of awkward, you know, but... Sorry, I thought I heard something. I'm babysitting two of my sisters, and they're still asleep, and it's noon. But they have some time off school this week, so yeah. Anyways, moving on. Jackie and Hyde ended up. He teased her, and they ended up actually having their first real kiss. And then Jackie was like, I didn't feel anything. I guess you're right about it all along. And then Hyde's like, yeah. And then when she went to get back in the car, he kind of slowly touches his lips like he actually liked the kiss. So, another point in my... I'm pretty sure... I have a whole theory on my video somewhere. Because I have this series of videos where I do this whole theory thing. Where I pinpoint like my theory. For example, my theory of Hyde liking Jackie before season 5. I told you guys all the facts that happened that kind of proves my theory, and pretty sure I call them theories. So. There's somewhere on my channel if you want to find it under the playlist. It says theories. I haven't done a theory in a while. Maybe I'll look at what theories I have to do and do one. Maybe that'll be my next video. No promises, but we'll see. It depends if I'm in the mood to do one of my theories that I have written down. So anyways, moving on. But it's just so sweet, and I just love how he touched his lips. Like, he felt something for her in that moment. I don't care what he says. I don't care how he acts. He felt something for her in that moment. And I'm pretty sure that was also a foreshadow of them getting together in season 5. Like, seriously. I mean, Jackie spent this time having a crush on Hyde, and then all of a sudden her crush is over. But then I feel like in that moment he started liking her. And then all of a sudden, less than a season later, the two of them get together. No, there's no coincidence in that. I don't believe in coincidences. No, that was foreshadow. It's like they knew they were gonna have the two of them put together, so they wanted to do little things like that to show that it's not out of the ordinary. It's not. It didn't come out of the blue because, you know, Hyde did feel something for her, and yeah, so interesting. Number 8 is Hyde's birthday present. So on the episode with Jackie's birthday. This is after the two of them were dating, and Kelso was, you know, trying to break them up. He wanted to be with Jackie, so he got her this birthday present, and Hyde didn't even know it was Jackie's birthday, and she loved it. And then Hyde and Kelso were fighting the entire time about what Kelso's doing is not going to work. Kelso's like, I'm not doing anything, but if I were to do something, it will work, or I'm doing something after it works, or something like that. And so that's fun. And so these two, and then Hyde ends up, and then Jackie finally takes off her sweater because she didn't want anything from Kelso. And then at the end of the episode, he got her a present. Hyde did, and it was an old Led Zeppelin t-shirt of his, and he was like, it's my favorite one. You're with me now, so I want you to have it. She was like, aw. She did do the whole little thing where it's like, that's where he's like, no. She's like, oh, I love it. But still, it was just so sweet and like a sentiment gift of his, and like he's never shown any sentiment like to anyone before, but then Jackie brings a whole other side to him, and I just love the two of them, how they balance each other out. And it's like they they were good for each other, and they helped each other grow, and they are meant to be together. In my mind, they did end up together. Season 8 did not happen in my mind. Number 7, comforting Jackie. I wrote this a while ago. But, where was I? Defending, no, comforting. What? Am I one of those? Okay, comforting and then defending. So, Hyde comforts Jackie a lot, even before, they were dating. Jackie would always go to Hyde when she was upset, and he even asked one time why she always goes to him when she's upset, but she did, and another proof that they didn't hate each other. And because he could have also pushed her away. Yeah, it would have been the jerky move, but he never cared about being a jerk before, so why would he now? And if he really hated her, why would he even pretend to care if he didn't? I mean, there were a couple times where he didn't really pretend to care and made things worse, like that one time when right before he tried to kiss Donna, or did kiss Donna, but she like slapped him. Yeah, and like my favorite time he comforts her is not actually when she goes to him. It's when I think it's right before she starts having a crush on him, like right after her and Kelso broke up. One of those times, because they broke up a lot. But they were in the car, and Jackie had just bought him new shoes, and she started crying, and then he was like, he even moves her hair a little bit, being all sweet, like, seriously, don't tell me this guy hates her, because he never did. But he's like, it's gonna be okay, you know, you deserve better than Kelso. I don't think he said you deserve better than Kelso, but something like that. He's like, you're gonna get over Kelso, you're gonna be just fine, stuff like that. It was just so sweet. Number 6 is Hyde defending Jackie, which there was the time where he punched that guy I told you about right before their first date and first kiss. But he always took her side too, you know? Like when she was fighting with Kelso, like that one time when they were trying to determine how much they owed each other. And because of all the things they've done for each other. And Hyde, Kelso asked Hyde to help him out, and then he made another comment about something Kelso did to Jackie, and then Kelso was like, hey! But see, he took Jackie's side. Don't tell, he was happy they broke up because he liked her. He just didn't know it, didn't want to know it. But I can't stress enough how much I ship them. But yeah, he's always defending her and stuff, and it's just so sweet, and I ship them. Number 5 is dances. So there was the dance. What day? There was a dance when he took her to prom. They danced then. But my favorite dance they had a few dances. There was the dance right after they got back together at that Valentine's Day dance at their school. I think no, it wasn't Valentine's Day. Well, what was it? I don't know, she was wearing red, so I just said Valentine's Day. It was some sort of dance at their school. You know, when they broke up for just an episode, and then they come back, and they go to the dance together. That dance was really sweet. That's probably my favorite of their dance. But you do see, yeah, that is my favorite of their dances. But you do see them dance a tiny bit on another episode in season 6, when the guys went to the high school again for this dance, even though they had graduated. Jackie was the only one that was still in high school, and she wanted to get the cheerleaders back and like get back on the team or something, and she danced with Hyde because she convinced him to go with her as her date. So yeah, but my favorite of their dances would definitely be the one when right after they got back together. It was just sweet. I just love when they walk in, and then Donna and Eric's like, hey, you're back together, and then Kessel's like, what? And then Hyde's like, let's dance, and you just see them dance, and Kessel, ow! Why do I keep doing that? So I have this really bad toe right now. It's been bad for probably a couple of weeks at this point, but I hurt it like really bad. It was all swollen, and it looks better. There's still a big bruise, and there's still a big scar from where I hurt it. a shell fell on it, like just my pinky toe, and it was so bad where I had to kind of just like walk on the side of my foot, and I was limping. I got to the point where I can actually walk on my full foot without limping, but my toe does still hurt if I hit it, even the slightest, so I have to be very careful with my toe. And today, like when I was looking through all my books, trying to grab a few, and I kept hitting it on the bins, and then right now my toe just went forward and it slammed on my pinky, and that hurt. I need to be more careful, but my pinky just doesn't want to heal. It wants to be injured forever. I don't like my pinky toe. But yeah, moving on. Number 4 is, before Jackie, you were just some angry guy in my basement, but with her, you seem happy. I know this isn't really much of a Jackie and Hyde scene per se, but it's about them, and it's just so sweet. Like, I just love when Eric tells him that. I think it was near the end of season 7 when Jackie was gonna leave. But she had to decide about marrying her or something, and I just love how Eric's like, look, before Jackie, you were just some angry guy in my basement, but with her, you seem happy. And it's just so sweet because it's true, you know? With her, he was so much happier. And I loved seeing that. And it was just it's so small scene, and Jackie's not even technically in it, but I just had to have it in here, and I had to have it this high because it's like the entire basis of their relationship, and I love it. Number 3 is Hyde shaving his beard for Jackie. That was sweet. Jackie's dad had went to jail, and she was upset, and she wanted Hyde to be there for her, but he's not really good with those sort of things, so he kept saying the wrong thing, making her upset. But then at the beginning of the episode, before she found out her dad went to jail, she was trying to get him to shave his beard. So at the end of the episode, he came in, beard shaved, and he was like, "Oh, you let your razor say the words your heart could speak," and it was so sweet. It was weird but sweet, and he's like, "I thought this might cheer you up," and it did, and it was just so sweet. Now, number 2 is Jackie living with Hyde. So, Jackie's mom never returned after Jackie's dad went to jail, and her dad was in jail, so she didn't really have a place to go. I mean, she could be in her house, but, you know, she would be all alone. And she was young. I don't know how old she would have been. She was a year younger than them, and that was their senior year, so they'd be about 17, 18, so she'd be about 16, 17. But yeah, so she kept sneaking to sleep with Hyde every night, but then one night she was loud, and so everyone called her because they thought there was a burglar or something. So they all and then they all found out about it, and then I just love the entire episode because Jackie's like, Hyde keeps saying, "I'm not going to be part of this because you guys are all ganging up on her. She's not going to like it." And no one listens to Hyde. And then he finally tells Donna that she has to ask her in a better way than she did, because, you know, Jackie doesn't want people to feel sorry for her. So the fact that everyone was there, you know, and that scene was just terrible for her. So yeah, but I just love how Jackie, like, I would love to see when he first offered to have her live with him. Like, I see her confide in him about her mom not being back, her dad being in jail, her being in that big house all by herself, and he'll be like, "Come sneak over to my place every night, and, you know, you can sleep with me." And I would just love to see that. But still, the little we did get to see was really sweet, and I loved it. So, honorable mentions, I have quite a few. Everyone finding out about them, because that was interesting. I love when Hyde, after Donna and Eric and I think with Fez fight, after all of them found out, before Kelso found out, after Kelso left, Hyde sat next to Jackie, and Donna and Eric were back to where they're like, weird. Hyde fighting for Jackie after he cheated on her, and he realized that she still cared for him, and he wanted to fight for her, because he even admitted to Kelso that he's never felt this way about a girl, and that was really sweet to hear. Put in pop just because. Hyde seeing Jackie in a wedding dress because it was so sweet. Hyde was going to say yes when Donna and Eric realized that Hyde was going to say yes to marrying Jackie until she left. Jackie was willing to bake cookies to make Hyde feel better, because he was going through a lot that she wanted to try and bake cookies, even though they didn't turn out so well. She tried, and he's like, no, they're good, I'll just suck on them. And it was sweet that he didn't want to say that they're bad, but then they started throwing them at the guys, and that did make him feel better, so her cookies kind of worked. When Hyde says, I'm liking you more and more, Hyde listening to Jackie. This was right before Kelso finds out, and then Jackie was talking. She's like, are you even listening to me? And Hyde's like, God help me, I am. You love loud girl. That's what what's his name, Leo said to Hyde right I think at the end of season 7. Background moments, there's this whole video on YouTube of background moments of the two of them, because it's like there's just little moments that are in the background of the two of them that are just so sweet, you know, and I love it, so definitely look it up. Jackie on Hyde's lap. She's always on Hyde's lap, I swear. It's just so sweet. Number 1 is I love you. They both tell each other they love each other for the first time at different moments. Jackie was after they broke up the first time, and that one they were only broken up for an episode, and she came back and said that maybe I still have leftover feelings for Kelso. He was my first boyfriend, but if you want to break up with me for that, I can't stop you, but it'll be a real waste because I love you. And he was like, I'm not staying back. She's like, I don't care. And he was like, ugh. And he was like, are we going to go to that stupid dance or what? And then they get back together. They kiss and go to the dance and dance. It was really sweet. But his I love you I like a little bit more, because it's just because that was the first time Hyde ever said those words, you know? And he was really upset because he really hurt Jackie, because, you know, Kelso had cheated on her again and again, and then she thought she had something real with Hyde, and then he goes and cheats on her. And yeah, she thought she was cheating on him, but he should have just trusted her. And he ended up ruining an amazing relationship, his first real relationship, first woman he ever really loved. And so he goes to her house and says, and tries to talk to her, and she's not listening. And so he was about to leave, but then he's like, Jackie, I love you. And she looks at him, shocked that he actually said that to her. And then she was like, well, I don't love you, and left. So it was a little bit ruined, but it was still so sweet because he finally said it to her. He finally told her how he felt, and it was just so sweet and sad, and yeah. But I was obsessed with it. So that is it for this video. Comment down your favorite Jackie and Hyde moments, and we'll discuss below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.